Hello guys, how's it going? It's the professional here. So today I got a new video for you guys, and it's another honest discussion video. In these honest discussion videos, I'm going to try to put a poll, and I'm going to usually poll controversial topics on GTA, and I'm going to ask people how they feel about it. And whenever I make these polls, I'm going to choose comments from both sides, and then I'm going to respond to them and tell you guys what I think. I'm also going to give you guys my opinion on the subject and let you guys know what I think. So here we're talking about shark card issues. We're talking about shark cards, one of the most controversial things in Grand Theft Auto Online. Are shark cards worth the money? A lot of people say shark cards are overpriced. Me personally, I believe that shark cards are not worth it. I believe that they're very overpriced, if you guys seen the title of the video. And this is my opinion, but I'm going to let you guys know exactly why I feel that way. Now, if you guys take a look at this, this is the poll that I posted a week ago. And in this poll, I asked people, do you think that shark cards are worth the price? And 50,000 people voted in this poll. And out of 50,000 people that voted, 92% said that they believed that shark cards were overpriced. 92%. Only 8% of people defended the current pricing of shark cards. And this, I believe, is pretty accurate because whenever I talk to the community, whenever I talk to just people in general, they almost always tell me that shark cards are not worth it. I almost never hear anybody defending it. So I guess this sample size is pretty accurate. There are some people that believe that shark cards are worth the price. We're going to address that in a little bit. We're going to try to understand their point of view also. So let's start up the video. I'm going to let you guys know what I think of it. Here we go. Okay, so now we are going to be looking at shark card prices. And for this video, we are going to be comparing it to United States currency. We're going to be comparing it to United States dollars. And the reason that we're comparing it to US dollars is because it's a lot easier for me to work with because it's my own country's currency. But if you live in another country, if you live in a European country, if you live in Australia, if you live in Canada, wherever you guys live, let me know down below in the comments how do the shark card prices compare in your country, because I'm pretty curious on that. I think that they would be the exact same value in another country or possibly a little more expensive. But anyways, let's get started right here. So we're going with the Red Shark Cash Card, $100,000, and they're charging a price of $3 for it. That is not worth it for a number of reasons. The number one reason that it's not worth it is because I can make that money, $100,000, in less than 10 minutes. All I would basically need to do is I would just do a headhunter with my buzzard, take out the targets. In less than 2 minutes, I get $20,000. Then what I would do is I would go to import-export, I would source a top-range car, and I would just sell that car, get $80,000. So that's $100,000 for around 10 minutes of work. That's not worth it. Think about it this way. They want to charge you $3 for 10 minutes of work. Even if you get $100,000 in 20 minutes, that's still not worth it. $3 for like 20 minutes of work. And like, where's the enjoyment in playing the game? Where's the enjoyment in making money in the game if you're just going to waste it on things like this? And $100,000, that's good money to make per hour. Like if you make $100,000 every 10 minutes, if you even make it every 20 minutes, that's good money to make. But it's not good spending money. It's good money to earn and save up for. It's not good spending money. If you tried to spend $100,000 in this game, you would be able to buy some clothes. Some clothes are even really expensive in this game. You could go broke just buying clothes with $100,000. And you could go broke buying ammo. You could go broke just customizing a vehicle. Just buying upgrades for a vehicle, you'll go broke. And $100,000, it's not even worth 10% of most cars. So think about it this way. They want to charge you $3 for like 10% of a vehicle. That's just not worth it. It's just a giant ripoff. Now we're moving on to the next one. Tiger Shark Cash Card, $200,000. Price, $4.99. So basically $5. Still a ripoff. Still a ripoff right here. $200,000, I could easily make that in an hour. Hell, I could even make $400,000, $500,000 an hour. No problem. I uploaded a money guide. I uploaded a money guide last week and another one 2 weeks ago. And in these money guides, I show you guys how to make $500,000 an hour. I'll link those in the description down below in case anybody wants to check that out, just so you guys don't have to waste money on this nonsense. But I'm not going to say how I make $500,000 because it's not the point of the video. The point of the video right here is just to talk about how overpriced these microtransactions are. But just not worth it. $200,000 for $5. It's still not worth it. That's just not worth it. Now we're going down to Bull Shark Card still again. $10, $9.99. So like I said earlier, I can make $500,000 in 1 hour doing my money methods. And they would be basically charging you 1/6 of the game price because the game is retailed at $60 on the PlayStation Store. So they have the nerve to charge you 1/6 of the game price for $500,000, and those $500,000, you would lose that in a minute of just spending it. Even if you just went into like Benny's shop or something like that, customizing a car, you would lose that $500,000 in just even a minute, just buying a few things. So they have the nerve to charge you $10, 1/6 of the game price, for just $500,000, which you can make in 1 hour. You guys see how overpriced these cards are getting. Now we're going down right here to the Great White Shark Cash Card. $1,250,000. How much does that cost? That costs $20. That is still not worth it. It's not worth it. And the reason that it's not worth it is because $1,250,000, I could make that in basically like 2.5 hours of playing. 2.5 hours of playing. So think about it this way. You would be paying $20 for 2.5 hours of playing. No, it's not worth it. And like I said earlier, it's taking the fun out of the game. It's taking the challenge out of the game. Why are you going to spend money on these microtransactions in order to buy certain things in the game, and then you go broke? You buy these expensive things in the game with the microtransaction, the shark card, you go broke, and then you think, okay, I might as well go buy another shark card just so I can get more stuff. No, it's much better. It's much better to grind, do heists with your friends, do cargo, do contact missions even. Any way that you can make money in this game, it's always going to be better than wasting your money on a shark card like this. It's just not worth it. And now we go down here. We go down to the Golden Whale Shark Cash Card, $3,500,000, and they're charging $50 for this. $50 for $3.5 million. You know, they don't even, I like how they don't even give you $4 million. They don't even give you $4 million even. They just give you $3.5 million for $50. I can make that in a day. I uploaded a money guide how to make $4 million a day. I also uploaded another money guide how to make $5 million a day. That's for basically around 5 to 7 hours of playing. So this is just not worth it. So in a regular game day for me, if I hopped onto GTA Online, right, and I started grinding, and I make around $3 to $4 million a day. That's how much I usually make a day if I'm grinding. I can go up to $5 million also if I really push it, but usually for me, it's around $3 to $4 million a day. So I would be basically earning $50 every day for playing the game for around 6 to 7 hours. That's how much. That would be basically like around minimum wage. So like working a minimum wage job at that point. You're playing the game. It's just the price is not worth it. And here we go down to Megalodon Shark Cash Card. $8 million. And how much does $8 million cost? $84.99. And that is the sale price. If you guys take a look right up here, the price is only available from 8/28/2018, 3 p.m. to 9/11/2018, 3 p.m. So it's a sale. Regular price on this is $100. Even the sale price is still not worth it. You would be paying $100, or in this case, $84.99 because it's on sale. You would be paying $100. You would be basically paying the whole game and an extra $40. So $60 for the game and then an extra $40. You are paying the entire game price and an extra $40 for $8 million in the game. And how long does that $8 million last you? Well, that is basically buying 2 supercars. That's how much money that is. That is basically buying and customizing 2 supercars. If you buy some pretty expensive supercars and you customize them and you upgrade them, you're out $8 million. It's gone. It's gone. People can go broke pretty quickly. Like some people, they get the $8 million Megalodon Shark Cash Card and they go like, oh, I'm not going to go broke. It's $8 million. A lot of the things in this game that are so expensive, a lot of the vehicles and the upgrades and the properties and everything else, and before you know it, that $8 million is gone. That is just not worth it. Just the fact that a microtransaction, a shark card, is worth more money than the game, almost double the price of the game. If you pay $100 for a shark card, you should get $50 million, in my opinion, or even $40 million, the least. The reason is because you are paying more than the game price. You're paying almost double the game price at this point. If you compare it to like Amazon, you can get GTA probably for $40. So you're basically paying the whole game price and more for a microtransaction. If you pay more than the game price, you should be able to get pretty much everything in the game. That's the way I see it. If you pay that much money for a shark card, you should be able to pretty much get everything in the game that you want. And just the fact that it runs out so quickly, it's a giant waste. So let me show you guys quickly some of the prices of these vehicles, just so you guys can see how these shark cards don't make sense. Okay, so now guys, take a look at this, what I'm going to show you. Look at this. Let's go to Legendary Motorsport right here. Let's sort by price. Let's get the most expensive vehicle first. Look at this. The Pegassi T-Zeract, 2,825,000. Then we got the Grotti X80 Proto. Normal price is 2,700,000. It's only on sale right now. We got the Tyrus 2,550,000. The Tyrant 2,515,000. 2,475,000. 2,375,000. You guys get the idea. But take a look right here. Elitist Air Travel, look at this. 1,815,000, 1,595,000, 2,295,000 for the Velatus, 3,330,000 for the Super Valido Carbon. The Luxor Deluxe and the Swift Deluxe, they don't need an introduction. But you guys see just how expensive some of the vehicles in this are. But the most expensive vehicles are the Warstock vehicles. I mean, just take a look at this right here. Scramjet, 3,480,000. Oppressor Mark II, 2,925,000. B11 Strike Force, 3,800,000. Deluxe, so 3,550,000. Even the jetpack costs 2,750,000. So you see how expensive these vehicles are. And look, the laser, the most overpriced weaponized vehicle, 6,500,000. So basically, if you bought a $100 shark card, you would be spending most of it just on a laser, just on one aircraft right here. So you see how expensive these vehicles have gotten in GTA, and you pretty much need these vehicles. You need a lot of these weaponized vehicles here, because if you don't have weaponized vehicles in this game, you're putting yourself at a huge disadvantage. But there's even more things that are just really overpriced. I mean, right here, I'm pulling my Italian GTB Custom, which is one of my most customizable vehicles, into Benny's. And take a look right here, guys. If you go into Benny's right here, you can just see how expensive a lot of the stuff in here can get. Let's go in for the interior. Look at this. Dash, $34,000 just for the dash. Dials right here. Look at this. They're going to charge $21,000 for a new dial. Doors, $16,000. Seats, they're going to charge you $18,000 just for a seat. Steering wheel, they're going to charge up to $21,000 for a steering wheel. So you guys get the idea. Is a lot of things in this are just really overpriced. Library, let's look at this, $37,000. The Benny's shop is probably the biggest waste of money. I mean, it's nice to customize your vehicle. The vehicle looks nice, but everything in here is just so overpriced. All the parts, everything in here, and by the time you know it, you're going to be wasting millions of dollars on just one car in here. So it's just not worth it. And you see what these shark cards can do to the prices. It's just everything in GTA is just so overpriced. It's much better to grind and make your money. At least you're playing the game and having fun, and then you can spend your hard-earned money on stuff like this. Just don't waste it on microtransactions, because you would be wasting all of your shark cards, everything that you purchased in just a matter of minutes to be gone. Now, let's move on to reading some comments from people from both sides and get an idea of what both sides have said about this issue. Okay, so let's read some comments, and starting off here, we're going to read a comment from somebody who believes that shark cards are worth the price. Thank you for commenting, Lewis Patterson, and Lewis here says, shark cards are worth the price. As a new player that is finding it hard to start off, shark cards are definitely worth the price. I don't agree with you, Lewis, and the reason that I don't agree with you personally, I respectively disagree, is because you're saying that it's good for a new player starting out. But take a look at it this way. A new player starting out, it's much easier for a new player to make money right now. A lot easier for a new player to make money right now than it was in 2013 when this game first came out. When this game first came out on PS3, the only real way to make money in this game was through contact missions. Contact missions and death matches, those were the only real ways to make money. You could also count races, but everybody was just doing contact missions back to back. Now you have things like Heist, you have all the businesses, you have the CEO work, the client jobs. There's just so many different activities to get money in this game. And a new player, what they could do is they could join a random heist, they could join a random original heist, or they could join a doomsday heist. And if it's their first time completing that heist, they get a big bonus there. And they could easily get enough money just doing all the heists right there in order. You get plenty of money because the bonus for completing the heist first time, all those bonuses, they could add that up and then invest that into businesses. So I disagree that for a new player that it would be better for them to buy shark cards, because then it also takes the fun out of starting up the game. You know, it was kind of fun starting up the game, starting out as a criminal, trying to work your way up and becoming the best and most rich and powerful criminal in Los Santos. Here, moving on to the next comment, it's from Ulysses, if I'm reading that name correctly. And he says, no, shark cards are not worth the price. Back when GTA Online was relatively fresh, I'd say maybe they were worth it then. But as time had gone by and inflation has skyrocketed in the game, no, it's not worth it. The average player will spend all that money in 2 minutes and feel an empty void left in their heart, knowing they just burnt a couple $100 on nothing. I agree 100%. And, this is what I was talking about earlier. You buy a $8 million shark card for $100. You customized 2 supercars, or you even buy like a laser military jet, and you're out like $6.5 million. So you waste $100 on a shark card, and just a few minutes of spending, and it's gone already. That is almost double the game price at this point. Here we have another comment from somebody who thinks that shark cards are worth it, and it's from Don't Read My Channel Art, and he says, if you have no friends to help you do missions, I try as hard as I can, and in a whole day of trying to get money solo, I end up with $500,000. So I buy shark cards because I can't get barely any money from working hard. I can't do heists because I always get idiots who decide to do everything but help. If anyone can help me out on Xbox, my username is ECK Extra. Okay, well, I mean, I see where you're coming from, that you don't really have people helping you out. I understand that. But, you know, when I started out on this game a long time ago, when I started out on this game in PS3, I didn't have many friends. I made friends. I made friends doing jobs. And you know, when you play Heist of Randoms, there's a stereotype that randoms are going to be really stupid in your heist, and to some degree, it's true that a lot of randoms are really stupid in heists, but there are plenty of good people out there, nice, decent people that know how to work together, and you can befriend and make friends with them. So I would recommend, Don't Read My Channel Art, is try your best to try to make friends on this game. If you're ever in a free mode lobby and you see somebody in CEO, just message them, like say, hey, you need help selling a business or something like that, I want to do some CEO work, and I'm sure they'll invite you. That's how I made a lot of my friends before my channel, because with my channel I got a lot of new friend requests. But before my channel, and I was playing this game for years, I would make a lot of my friends, they were originally randoms from Heist and like CEO work. I would just ask them, hey, you need help selling anything? They'd invite me, I'd befriend them, and then, you know, we start playing with each other. I help them sell their businesses, they help me sell my businesses, and we make plenty of more money. And you're saying that because you don't really have friends, that's better to buy the microtransaction. I wouldn't recommend it. Don't. It's much better to make friends. And I mean, his username is right down there, so if anybody's watching this video and you play on Xbox, I mean, you can help him out right there. He says that he needs help. So, I mean, don't give up. Don't Read My Channel Art. You can make plenty of friends, and you can play with people that'll be able to help you out. Don't buy the microtransactions, because it's going to be a waste. It's going to be a giant waste of money for you. Next person we have here is Beast S, and Beast S says that no, shark cards are not worth the price. He says it's simple. Shark cards are worth the exact same amount since the game came out, while everything else has gone up in price. Back in the day, you could just get about everything with a $100 shark card, but now you'll be lucky to get a decent vehicle, and you can't even buy a maxed out nightclub. It's pathetic. And Beast S right here, he makes a really good point, and his point is about the property values. And if you look at it this way, the nightclub was the last property that they released as part of the After Hours DLC. And the nightclub, to buy a fully upgraded nightclub, if you want to buy the most expensive nightclub, fully upgraded, an $8 million shark card, it's not going to be enough. I spent about $8.5 million to $9 million upgrading my nightclub. So $8 million, $100 on one shark card, it's not even enough to upgrade one property like the nightclub all the way. So you see how expensive things have gotten in GTA. Things should decrease in value. A lot of things in this game, they're just too expensive. They should really decrease in value. You make a really good point there, Beast. Next comment is polish-mercenary, if I'm reading that name correctly, and he thinks that shark cards are worth the price, and he says, yes, shark cards are worth it. First, if someone doesn't want to grind nor have the time to grind, then that option should be available to them. Second, your money-making guides does about $500,000 per hour. Let's say you play for 16 hours. That gets you $8 million. If you worked a normal job for 16 hours, you would make more than the $100 in real life. It would take to buy a Megalodon shark card, netting you the same amount of money in GTA. Therefore, your time is worth more buying shark cards than grinding. I enjoy the grind, and I enjoy your channel, and I've learned so much watching you, but that's my opinion of shark cards. Keep up the good work, bro. Well, thank you for the comment, Pollock-Fish1, but I respectively disagree with you, and the reason that I disagree with you is because you are framing this issue as saving time. That if you buy a shark card, you save time, and you don't have to play the game. I disagree with that concept, and the reason is because you play the game to have fun. You play the game, you work for something, you get money, and then you buy things. And you're saying that, you know, if somebody worked 16 hours, that would be able to get them the $100, and they could spend that, get the $8 million in the game, and then they wouldn't have to grind. Okay, yeah, I get your point of view. I see where you're coming from. They would not have to grind as much if they bought the shark card. But then, at the same time, is who wants to waste $100 on a microtransaction? Like, if I worked 16 hours, I wouldn't want to waste that money on a microtransaction. I would save that money. I would buy groceries, I'd pay the bills, shopping, anything. I just wouldn't want to waste it on something temporary. I would want something, that's worth spending my money on. And the way I see it, a microtransaction is not worth spending your money on because you're just fast tracking the game. You're just wasting $100 so that I don't have to do all these things in the game. You see where I'm coming from on that? But I do understand what you're saying, though, Pollock Fish. I just respectively disagree. And here we come to our last comment. It's somebody that believes shark cards are not worth the price. Thank you for commenting, Jean Christian, if I'm reading your comment correctly. Now, Jean here says, no, shark cards are not worth the price. Not only they're not worth it because of the inflated prices in GTA, they feel like you're playing to not play because the grind and the missions and heists are all part of the game. The way to earn money by playing the game is part of the gameplay. If you just fast track by buying overpriced microtransactions, you're missing a big part of GTA Online. I agree 100%, Gene. And this is my biggest point against shark cards. This is why I've never understood microtransactions. And this isn't just in GTA. I just never have understood it in other games. I don't understand why somebody would want to fast track something in a game when they could just play the game and earn it. I understand that not everybody has the time to play the game, but if you buy a microtransaction just to fast track it, doesn't that defeat the purpose of playing the game in the first place? So, I agree with you 100% there, Gene. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like. If you are new to my channel and you enjoy my content, and subscribe. Let me know in the comments what you think. Do you agree with me that shark cards are way overpriced? What do you think? Do you think shark cards are worth the price? Because the majority of people, they seem to believe that shark cards are not worth the price. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone.